So now I'd like to do a search of the census website. So we'll type in data.census.gov. Now, just a note here, oftentimes the census website is quite finicky. You would have to input the HTTPS colon slash slash if you get an error message. So try that. Anyways, we'll do a search here. Um, Now you can type in basically anything, a zip code, um, education attainment, Santa Clara County, or you can just go easy and we'll type in Beaumont, California as a search and see what comes up. Okay, the data is searching now, and you can see it brings you a table here of all sorts of different ethnicities, et cetera, profiles. Um, let's look at the profile. So that might be the most interesting thing for a collection developer to see. One of the things the data profile shows us is a nice little graphic table here of things like total population, um, education, et cetera, et cetera. Um, what are we looking at then in terms of Beaumont? Well, before we do that, you can also see that it breaks down the population by male and female in the various age groups. It'll also show you a mapping area. If you click on them, it'll take you into the more direct drill down for that community. You can also look at the languages spoken at home, et cetera, et cetera. But as far as a collection developer, what are these numbers telling us, right? Um, Basically, if we look at race and ethnicity, we have about 546 Hispanic or Latino residents, which make up, I think, the largest single ethnic group there. 22,000 out of 53,000. So we have 53, 22. If you do the math, that's about 42%. Um, this is not a minor demographic footnote. It's the defining characteristic of this community. A collection that doesn't have a robust Spanish language holdings across all formats, fiction, nonfiction, children's, parenting, is falling or failing nearly half of its service population. Let's look at the education over here. This is notably below the California statewide rate, which is around 36%, and well below the highly educated counties like Santa Clara County in California. Nearly 3 in 4 adults, it would seem, do not hold a 4-year degree. That shapes format and readability preferences across the whole collection. Accessibility, accessible nonfiction, practical guides, and workforce development materials might be in need here. And they probably outperform any academic titles that you would see. Let's look at the income and housing. We have what, 107,118. This is a solid middle income community, not impoverished by any means, but not affluent either. The the income figure paired with 18,044 housing units and 1,700 and 721 households suggests very high owner occupancy, consistent with Beaumont's identity as a growing inland empire bedroom community. Homeownership, personal finance, and do it yourself home improvement titles tend to resonate strongly in communities like this. I have a demonstration later on which can show you even more um, uh, graphically how to define that. Then you have an age profile. The age profile is probably, it looks like about 35 and a half, younger than the California average. The 35 and a half. The pyramid here shows the dominant age band by a wide margin. This is here. The This community seems to be a community of young families and young parents. And combine that with the Hispanic demographic and the education profile, and you have a pretty clear picture that this library needs a strong children's collection, strong parenting resources in both English and Spanish, and probably a robust young adult holdings. As far as health, um, getting down here, there we go. Relatively low uninsured rate, which is a good sign for community health stability. Still, though, paired with a younger working class population, health literacy materials retain some importance here, navigating insurance, preventative care, um, mental health resources, and maternal and child health. Household type. This is interesting data here that you can look at. It just goes on and on. Everyone, you know, type in your city or an area or both, and what you're looking for, and you can get that. This looking at Beaumont's numbers here, I think this is a pretty interesting community profile from a collection development standpoint. And the numbers tell a pretty coherent story. Beaumont is a fast growing Inland Empire bedroom community with those young families, majority Hispanic, solidly working and middle class, with some educational attainment well below the California average. And that combination of factors points clearly, I think, toward a collection that should be heavy on Spanish language materials across all age levels, strong in children's and young adult, accessible in its nonfiction, and practically oriented rather than academically oriented. The one thing I'd want to flag before closing is that the poverty rate isn't visible in what you've captured yet. The median household income is 107, and I think I saw it going by. Well, let's go up to the, here we go. 117, no, 107, and 107,118, and that looks comfortable, but Beaumont has apparently grown fast and has a real economic diversity. The income and poverty tab is worth a click to see whether the median income is significantly lower in this segment of the population. So spend some time in these. All right. I'm just looking at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything here. I think you're good. I think we can all assume that Beaumont and I just put in the zip code for Beaumont there. I saw it there. Searching by zip code is often a quick and easy way to look for things. Again, you can come right to the profile, but you can also look at some of the surveys available, which are comparative to other cities, other towns, to the whole state to the state as a whole. See things like citizenship, age breakdowns, etc. So don't just look at the community profile. Look at all these other tables that are available for the city, county, state, or zip code that you put in. All right. Thanks, everyone. Hope that was useful.